You're listening to Indie Gospel Radio. I'm your host, Ken Rich. And tonight on In the Spotlight, our special guest is Robert E. Humphrey Jr. and For Life. And welcome to the show, Robert, and For Life.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I hear some people in the background. Does anybody want to come on and say howdy, howdy into the mic?
Howdy, howdy. This is Gail B. from For Life.
Cool. Who else do we have there?
I'm going to let everybody go around one time.
Hi, this is Janet Watterson with For Life. This is Liv Nick A. for Life.
Wayne here for Life. Chief Goldman for Life.
Michelle A. for Life.
Ricardo for Life.
Mike G. for Life Records.
Joe Knight for Life. Casey Robinson at For Life.
And I'm Robert E. Humphrey for Life.
Wow. So there are quite a few of you. I think I read in the bio there's 14 altogether in this group?
Yes, sir. It's 14 of us, but you have 11 of us in the building tonight live.
Wow. And how did this group get started?
I'm going to let Gail B. take that question.
Well, it started at church. We were asked to, the ladies were asked to do individual songs for a fundraiser for church, a jazz festival. So we decided instead of doing individual songs that we would just sing as a group. So we started from there, and it took off. And one thing led into another, and hey, we're For Life and the For Life Angels.
That's basically how we got started.
Yeah, it's an interesting name. It almost sounds like a pro-life group or something. So how did the group come up with that specific name?
Well, the name got started a few years ago. I was interested in having a production company, and I wanted to come up with a name that meant something more than just a phrase. And For Life stood for, living, full life, being a part of life, doing good in life. So the name For Life came up, and then I just carried it on to For Life Records, Inc., and someone that said, well, you need to be identified yourself. So then I put in the Robert E. Humphrey Jr. and For Life. And as we stand today, that's who we are.
And what style of music do you play?
What style?
The style of music we do is called gospel funk.
Okay, that's is it along the lines of rhythm and blues?
No, it's gospel music, but it has a nice funky beat to it, make you want to get up and move your feet.
And praise the Lord. And praise the Lord at the same time.
And praise the Lord at the same time.
Now, you guys have a kind of a hit on your hands with a song called Testify. I understand that got big on Reverb Nation. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Testify is like our signature piece, and it's been ranked number one on Reverb Nation now for a little over 3 months. We had been bumped down to as little as number 4 and worked our way back up, and as we speak, we're number 1 now. And Testify is something that everybody in the company has, and that's a testimony.
That's right.
Well, cool. I think I'm going to put on that song. It's a long one. It's about 7 minutes. So we'll take a break and we'll put that on, and we'll give the listening audience a chance to hear what you got. So here comes, Testify, Robert Humphrey and For Life.
Son, I grew up with my sisters, my father and my mom. Raised up in Churchill, thinking of the one. Let me tell you the story about what God has done. I believe I testify. believe I'll testify.
Testify, testify. All I have to change.
Growing up in public school in the neighborhood, we thought it was okay to get drunk and skip school. I didn't care about our future, not thinking about what we become. No real role models except for the ones toting guns. I believe I
Testify, testify, testify.
yeah, 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 yeah. I believe I
Testify, testify.
Let me tell you this story. I had to be in church about 7 in a row. It wasn't for the learning, it was routine for things we done. Not understanding the consequences of our fun. Didn't know it would haunt us in my later days to come. Testify,
Testify,
hey,
testify.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe I
Testify, testify.
why don't I testify? Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey,
Testify,
testify.
testify.
Listen one time, let me tell you this.
Testify, testify.
I testify, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go. I have to thank him for my trouble past. There's so much story that I could tell. It would take more than a day. It'll take about 24 just to tell you all the things that he has done for me in my life. I pay the price in full. I'm blessed in every way. I'm so glad his glory, mercy, favor last always. Yeah, I have to thank him for the man I am today. My life, my mind was pulled in every single way. Smoking weed, taking blood, acid, alcohol in my hand. Yes, that's right, all the things that's known to man. That's why I can stand here and tell you about my past. Cause he saw grace and mercy to bless me to last always. I believe I
Testify,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on.
testify, testify.
Can I get a witness over there? Come on. Come on, come on.
Testify, testify.
Hey, Ray, come on, say this testify one time for me. Come on, Ray.
Lord, I think I'm gonna testify.
Come on, little Nicky. Show 'em what you got. Testify, girl. Come on.
Alpha beginning, Omega the end. He was there for me through all my sins. He's pouring out blessings left and right. That's why I have to testify for how it began. Let me tell you what God has done. He's been a mother and a father when I had no one. When I didn't know what to do, he always brought me through. When I had no place to call my own, he never ever, never ever left me alone. He's fair, he's meek, he's kind, he's so sweet. His grace, his mercy, such a treat. When people try to break me down, try to take me apart, he stood right by my side. That's why I have to testify. That's why I have to testify.
Come on.
That's why I have to testify. God, he's so sweet. That's why I have to testify.
Come on.
His grace, his mercy, such a treat. That's why I have to testify. God, he's so sweet. That's why I have to testify.
Come on. We all got a testimony. Put that box down. Put that pipe down. Come on. Stand up and testify. Come on, you can do it. The one with that felony on your record. Get up and testify. The ones in the corner, the ones over there across the street, your next door neighbor, Ray Ray, Shamika, y'all got a testimony. Just get on up and testify. Yeah, I know you can do it. That lady over there in the corner, that guy sitting there in the back. That cousin you got down Come on, pat your beat. Put your hands together. Come on and pat your feet. Put your hands together. Come on and pat your feet. Put your hands together. Come on and pat your feet. Tell the truth, testify about your life. You don't have to be discreet. Tell the truth, testify.
And you have been listening to Testify, and that's by Robert Humphrey and For Life. And we have them on the line now. And welcome back to the show, Robert. That was quite a long break there. It's a long song, but I like that funky beat you have going there.
Thank you, sir. That's our coming out song, Testify. And as you see, we tried to put our genre that we play within that, meaning the gospel funk. And then we featured Nicole, little Nikki, doing the rap part. Say hey, Nikki.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. So the genre is called gospel funk.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we can elaborate a little bit on that, on gospel funk.
And how many musicians, how many instruments do you have going in your band at the same time here, and how many singers?
Right now, 2 drummers, 2 bass. We have keyboards. We have a conga player, and one that's also playing cymbals. And we came together with the artistic direction of Mr. Robert Humphrey to organize all these guys together. And it's really hard, but it do work out to the best. We got some beautiful angels and 2 beautiful soul artists that's with us. And all of us come together and make a unique band with a funk sound pushing the word of God as we walk in life.
And I heard you mention you guys have some testimonies. I'd like to hear a couple before we put on another piece. Who's got a story to tell about their salvation, their walk? And I really like the darkness to light stories, the prodigal son stories, the prodigal daughter. Got any of those in the group?
Plenty of them, yeah. Basically, I'll start. I'm Robert Humphrey. Hello out there, Radio Land. I am a weekend on a total hip replacement. I went in the hospital a week ago today, and I had to have a total hip replacement. I went in Wednesday, and I came out Thursday evening. So that's a testimony within itself. And as far as the prodigal son thing, I've been dibbling and dabbling with the gospel world, the secular world, and one day I just had to make up my mind. I got tired of straddling the fence, and I said, okay, I want to serve the Lord, but I also want to have a good time doing it. And as I read and kept reading, I found out that I can do those both. I can have fun and serve the Lord, and that's my testimony in short.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Kimberly, give me short. Come on with it, don't want nobody to...
I guess I'm the walking miracle here. November 2013, I had a pulmonary embolism and almost died. 10 days in cardiac ICU with blood clots the size of a kidney in my lungs. And they wrote on my medical report, terminal event is expected, but to God be the glory. Even after a code blue, I walked up out of that hospital, and a year and a half, I guess, later, I'm right here doing what I promised God I would do. That if He would keep me, I would sing until the day I die. And I don't have the testimony of being out in the street doing the drugs and all that stuff, but I thank God for what He kept me from, and so that's my testimony.
All right.
Amen.
Yeah, I've done the prodigal son thing myself. I came out of a bad situation when I was a young man. I partied hardy. I was like a Cheech and Chong character. Partied my way into the hospitals. they didn't know what to do with me, almost like a revolving door. As soon as he let me out, I'd party my way back into it again. And kind of like the story, the Indian story of a man having two wolves inside of him, one good and one bad, and the one that wins is the one that you feed. But I was feeding both sides. I'd be reading my Bible and going on parties, and tore myself to pieces, really, until I made the decision that I was going to feed one wolf and starve the other, so to speak. But I think we should move on to another song. We have one coming up now, If You Just Believe. Now, tell me a little bit about that song before we put it on.
Okay. That song, If You Just Believe, was written by myself. I sampled some music with it, and it's basically just trying to let the world know that if you really have faith and you just give your belief at 100%, He will supply all of your needs, but not just your needs, the things you want as well. So that's what that song is based on.
Yeah, that's true. Because He says He'll give you the desires of your heart. So it's not just about your necessities, but also He promises to give you the desires of your heart. So here it comes. If You Just Believe, Robert Humphrey and For Life.
All right.
Hey, Ray, how you doing, man?
What's going on, Robin?
Man, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm really just enjoying life right now because I feel, man, that if I believe, guess what? You tell me. What you think? I feel you, man. You got to believe. He'll supply all of my needs, brother. He hasn't let me down yet. Always on time. I believe. That's why I'm going to testify about that, man. You got to believe.